A very good afternoon to you. This is TV Sapienza transmitting on Star Times Channel 260. Today is Tuesday, the 18th of March 2025. My name is Joe Igbo. In our news headlines this afternoon, no fewer than 800 Ebonyi State indigents in Lagos State who were displaced have been evacuated by the state government. The Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Law Mefo, has enumerated some of the achievements of the Chukwuma Soludo-led administration as it marks 3 years in office. The World Health Organization, WHO, has listed Nigeria among the 8 countries likely to run out of supply of HIV treatments soon, in the wake of the withdrawal of U.S. government financial support. And on the foreign scene, at least 330 people have been killed by Israeli airstrikes on Gaza overnight. Now the details of the news. No fewer than 800 Ebonyi State indigents in Elaje, Lagos Island, Lagos State, who were displaced have been evacuated by the state government. The Lagos State government allegedly demolished structures considered illegal in Elaje, where many people from different states of the Federation, including Ebonyi State, reside, leaving them stranded. Governor Francis Nweforo, upon being informed of the development, ordered the evacuation of Ebonyi State indigents affected by the demolition. Over 800 persons, including children between the ages of 3 and 4 years, men and women, were brought back to Ebonyi State through coastal buses that transported them to the state. The focal person for Ebonyi people living in the diaspora, Chief Valentine Okike, told reporters in Abakaliki yesterday that the displaced persons were living in open places, including under bridges, after demolition, exposing them to danger. This situation touched Governor Francis Nweforo, prompting him to order their immediate evacuation. The Edo State House of Assembly has called on the National Emergency Management Agency NEMA, the State Emergency Management Agency SEMA, and other relevant bodies to provide immediate relief to victims of the recent rainstorm disaster in the state. Raising the motion under matters of urgent public importance, the lawmaker representing Akoko Edo 1, Prince Yekini Idaiye, described the destruction caused by the storm, which struck several communities in Akoko Edo local government area on March 3, 2025. He noted that the storm damaged over 100 houses, tearing off roofs and causing some structures to collapse in the area. Prince Idaye highlighted that these communities rely on agriculture, producing cocoa, cashew, maize, and palm oil, contributing significantly to the state's economy. He stressed that many residents, especially children, the elderly, and women, are now vulnerable, with some victims sustaining injuries and experiencing trauma. He added that many school children lost their books to the disaster and are struggling to find shelter. Speaker Blessing Abubaku, while sympathizing with the victims, also underscored the importance of afforestation, encouraging residents to plant trees to reduce the impact of severe weather conditions. Governor Chukwuma Soludo of Anambra State has said that he sees no competent challenger as he seeks re-election in the November 8, 2025 governorship poll in the state. Governor Soludo said there is a consensus among the people of Anambra State that his party, the All Progressives Grand Alliance (APGA), has delivered dividends of democracy and should be given another chance in the next election. Soludo, during a media chat to celebrate his 3rd anniversary, said the people of the Southeast state can vote for any party during national elections but are loyal to APGA when it comes to governorship and local government chairman seats. Anambra is one of the 8 states where governorship elections are held off-season due to litigations and court judgments. Others are Bayelsa, Edo, Ekiti, Imo, Kogi, Osun, and Ondo. The Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA) has approved for Max Air to resume its domestic flight operations following a successful completion of an economic and safety audit. This was disclosed by the Director of Public Affairs and Consumer Protection of the NCAA, Michael Achimugu, in a statement yesterday. On January 29, 2025, Max Air voluntarily suspended its domestic operations for 90 days after a series of incidents on its flights. This decision was welcomed by the NCAA. Achimugu noted that during the suspension period, the NCAA conducted a thorough safety and economic audit of the airline. The safety audit, which took place from 26 to 28 February 2025, according to him, involved a comprehensive re-inspection of Max Air's organization, procedures, personnel, and aircraft, in line with the Nigeria Civil Aviation Regulations 2023. The statement added that the NCAA will continue to monitor Max Air closely through an enhanced surveillance program to ensure strict compliance with its regulations. The Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Law Mefo, has enumerated some of the achievements of the Chukwuma Soludo-led administration as it marks 3 years in office. Dr. Law Mefo, who disclosed this while speaking on 3 years anniversary of the governor in Awka, explained that within 3 years, the present administration has awarded 746 kilometers of road, 462 kilometers of which have already been asphalted and in use. The commissioner said that in less than 3 years, Governor Chukwuma Soludo has built 5 new general hospitals, reconstructed 3 existing ones, employed 1,000 health professionals, as well as introduced telemedicine that enables health professionals to interface with patients using technology at any time. The World Health Organization (WHO) has listed Nigeria among the 8 countries likely to run out of supply of HIV treatments soon. The Global Health Agency said that Nigeria, Haiti, Kenya, Lesotho, South Sudan, Burkina Faso, Mali, and Ukraine could exhaust their supply of HIV treatments in the coming months. According to a report quoting WHO's Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus, the disruption to HIV programs by the U.S. government under President Donald Trump could undo 20 years of progress. Ghebreyesus added that this could lead to over 10 million additional HIV cases and 3 million HIV-related deaths. Efforts to tackle HIV, polio, malaria, and tuberculosis have been impacted by the U.S. foreign aid pause implemented by Donald Trump shortly after he took office in January. The Rivers State House of Assembly has accused Governor Siminalayi Fubara and his deputy, Ngozi Odu, of gross misconduct. 26 members of the Assembly raised the allegations in 2 letters sent to the Speaker, Martin Amehule, and thereafter transmitted to Fubara and his deputy. The lawmakers accused Fubara, among other things, of reckless and unconstitutional expenditure of public funds, hindering or obstructing the Rivers State House of Assembly and the appointment of persons to occupy offices and positions in the Rivers State government without allowing for the requirement of screening and confirmation. Other accusations against the Rivers State governor include the seizure of salaries, allowances, and funds standing to the credit of the legitimate Rivers State House of Assembly and the seizure of the salary of the clerk of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Mr. Emeka Amadi. The All Progressives Congress (APC) has criticized former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai over his recent comments against the party and President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, accusing him of pursuing a vengeful agenda. El-Rufai, in a recent interview with BBC Hausa, claimed that the APC had abandoned its founding progressive ideals, prioritizing personal interests over national development. Responding in a statement yesterday, the APC National Publicity Secretary, Felix Moka, dismissed El-Rufai's remarks as the outburst of a self-interested politician, blinded by ego and driven by untamed emotion. Moka alleged that El-Rufai's bitterness toward the party stemmed from his failure to secure a ministerial appointment, insisting that his claims of APC's deviation from his values existed only in his own imagination. The APC said El-Rufai's claim that he exited because the party had deviated from its founding values or progressive ideology is a smokescreen to weaponize personal grievance. The Anambra State Police Command has confirmed that 6 people died in a multiple vehicle accident on Saturday at Opiweka axis of Onitsha, the commercial hub of the state. The Anambra State Police Public Relations Officer, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, in a statement yesterday, said that the police had taken over the accident scene to maintain order and facilitate investigations. Ikenga said the accident occurred due to the loss of control of a truck which rammed into pedestrians, 2 tricycles and a commercial bus loaded with passengers. He noted that the crash claimed 6 lives, while several others sustained injuries and were currently receiving treatment at the hospital. The police spokesman said that the deceased had been deposited in the morgue, adding that some relatives of the victims had been contacted and informed about the incident. Ikenga said that the command extended its condolences to the families and friends of the deceased and wished the injured a swift recovery. He urged drivers to conduct necessary safety checks before plying the roads to prevent such tragic incidents. Now in this foreign news, at least 330 people have been killed by Israeli airstrikes on Gaza overnight. The Israeli military said it was carrying out extensive strikes after talks to extend the ceasefire failed. It's the biggest wave of strikes since 19th January when the ceasefire began. An eyewitness in Gaza City said the Israeli military unleashed hell again on Gaza. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office says Israel will from now on act against Hamas with increasing military strength, accusing Hamas of repeated refusal to release hostages and of rejecting proposals to extend the ceasefire. Hamas accuses Israel of attacking defenseless civilians and says mediators should hold Israel fully accountable for violating and overturning the ceasefire. Israel has said 59 hostages are still being held in Gaza, with up to 24 believed to be alive. A group representing hostage families accuses the Israeli government of choosing to give up the hostages by launching new strikes. To end the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m., a recap of the major headlines. No fewer than 800 Ebonyi State indigenes in Lagos State who were displaced have been evacuated by the state government. The Anambra State Commissioner for Information, Dr. Law Mefo, has enumerated some of the achievements of the Chukwuma Soludo-led administration as it marks 3 years in office. The World Health Organization, WHO, has listed Nigeria among the 8 countries likely to run out of supply of HIV treatments soon, in the wake of U.S. government financial support. And finally, from our foreign desk, at least 330 people have been killed by Israeli airstrikes on Gaza overnight. That was the Sapientia TV news at 1 p.m. On behalf of the editorial and technical crew, I am Joe Igbo. Good afternoon and thanks for choosing TV Sapientia.